This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Washington likely to try to boot it deep to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Maryland Terrapins offense will get first crack at it here. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. To the air, it's Washington. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Washington Huskies offense will go to work for the first time. Last time we saw these guys, it was a rather forgettable experience for this quarterback. He turned the football over, he got sacked. Just not a good day at all, Jesse.
Well, the defense was able to rattle him. They hit him often, they hit him early, they got sacks on him, and then he started feeling it. His eyes came down, he started floating the ball over the middle of the field and putting it into trouble and got picked off. So it's important in this one, David, up front, they do a better job of helping him stay on his feet to get...
Turning it on! Got the first down and more. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. When the Huskies are moving on the ground like this, you will bow down to Washington.
Yeah, and I tell you what, with all the rain they get out there in Washington, you better have a dependable ground game that you can go to and establish that tempo. Obviously, harder to throw the football in the rain, so dominant physical trenches.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking for space. It's Washington. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
A lot of times when you think about speed back, speed, you think on the edge. You don't think in between the tackles. You don't think about breaking tackles. They try to break your ankles. The problem is when you're trying to run there as fast as you possibly can, a lot of times you don't get to put a good hit on him, and in turn you see he breaks tackles and make big plays.
Here comes the heat. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. The Huskies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Williams will pass. Fires to the big fella. At the 20, he's got space. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Here's the handoff. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice and positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A 69-yard touchdown drive. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Manning. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. It's down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fleming. Stopped at the 28, but a big 15-yard pickup gives him some breathing room. Now on 1st down from the 28. They'll move the tight end. They'll leave it with him. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The inside handoff. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to scramble. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, this offense didn't get off to the start they wanted, going 3 and out of the gate. But on the second drive, they're doing much better. They're finding a rhythm, and I think a big part of that is establishing the running game. A really nice job on that last one, picking up the 1st down.
The Terrapins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They'll give it to him again. Shakes off the defender.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Terrapins can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running back searching for a hole. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Got his man. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. Gets open down the middle. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting takeaways, and with their backs against the wall, they're able to force the fumble and fall on it in the end zone for a touchback.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give to the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Washington wants to go quickly.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield, and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. He'll take a deep shot here. Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm. But after that last running play, moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The play action fake. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
So now on 2nd and long, you start to think just don't fall out of field goal range. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Here's the pressure. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Smith. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Terrapins come to the line with a new set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Here they come to give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 10. Tries again to get it in. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there. That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It has changed.
He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fair catch is brought in at the 43, and they are set up nicely. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Sagged in the middle, it's Fleming. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Washington. Takes the easy one to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Going to swing it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps.
Lost one deep down the right side. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on third down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with the play.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, that's just a miss by the quarterback. That's a simple slant route. That ball's got to be thrown out in front or put in the face mask of the receiver. Bad throw by the QB.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Got the quick pass. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Washington. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Back to pass. And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the quick shuffle pass. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Terrapins will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Wants to bring it back. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Finds his big tight end. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Wants to go up top on first down. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit. It'll be third and long. Williams will pass. He's going to take off. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Huskies want to pick up the tempo. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going for it all. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in College Park. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis. And through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the shell.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Terrapins will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
He might want another play. Williams looking for a man. Right down the middle. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He'll field the punt. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Going up top again. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Kansas stopped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Lawrence. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for goal position.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The give to the tailback. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Williams will pass. Just a short pass to the tight end. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Brings up 2nd down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Nice play by this defense again, and I feel like it's a broken record, doesn't it, guys? Like, seriously, both defense playing at a high level. Which offense can get a spark, make a big play, and get something going?
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Hits him inside the 20, still going. What a tough break for the defense. You get a hand on the football, and they still make a big play.
Man, how difficult is that? The ball is deflected. To be able to keep your eyes on the football, continue to concentrate from a 14.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Huskies.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he added the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Manning. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Back to pass, it's Washington. A little screen to the running back. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Working that wide receiver screen. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The Terrapins send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. First play of the drive comes from the 38. Running behind that left side. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and...
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Williams looking for a man. The short hands, it's Otten. Smacks it with the stiff arm. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work in the final period of this one. They'll leave it with the lone back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
To the air on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Evans. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the defense makes a play, and they get the court. At the 26.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Gets the back moving. Williams will pass. Still looking on the move. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. And they'll kick it from the left side, a 44-yard try. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Williams. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Terrapins in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Rush is on him. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd down, you're not quite in panic mode yet on offense, but the sense of urgency is really ratcheting up because you're down 2 possessions, not a lot of time left on the clock. You have got to find your best play.
Makes the grab, plenty for the first down. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him. 42.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Catch in the middle. It's Smith. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. And the Terrapins with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Fires to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed enough.
He's loose. Oh, what a caught. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Snapped it in the shotgun. It's incomplete and nearly intercepted in the end zone. You get the ball that close, you cannot put it in harm's way. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. A field goal does not top the list of most helpful things at this juncture, so they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. Wants to go up top. He wants it all. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner goes down. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Clock grinding.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Tough way to start this drive. Now they'll try to fix it on 2nd and 15. Finds his man. It's Boston. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
You hate giving up that play if you're the DB on this one because you're playing man coverage, you're trying to defend a slant route, you've taken the inside away. That's where your leverage is. You'll allow anything to happen to the outside. You're trying to funnel the receiver to the boundary. You just cannot let the receiver beat you to the inside.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.